Every year at this time, we do this very same topic. The very same. And every year, it's always amazing. It's a little depressing for some people because, you know, we all like to think of Thanksgiving as one of those family holidays, kind of Norman Rockwell painting, kind of untouched. You know, the family comes over, you get together, the pumpkins are outside, the leaves are falling, and everybody gets ready to come over. Maybe grandma will be cooking, or maybe your mom, and they make turkey and stuffing and sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce, and then there's apple pie, and you know the whole shebang. It's kind of one of those untouchable things about being an American, right? Yeah. I happen to love Thanksgiving because it is the one and only holiday devoted to gluttony. And that's exactly what it is, folks. Gluttony. It is devoted to eating like a pig. It has nothing to do with pilgrims and Indians. It has nothing to do with the God. It has nothing to do with the history of our country. What it has to do with is, on Thanksgiving, it's kind of a litmus test to see if you are well off enough to eat like a goddamn pig. That's what it's all about. And I like it because, you know what? Once you accept Thanksgiving for what it is, it's a pretty cool day. Now, I remember when I was in school, you'd be, cutting out little pictures of pilgrims and Indians and using construction paper and making pictures of turkeys and what, Thanksgiving is all about eating until you can't eat anymore like a pig. That's what it's all about. But it's true. Generally, you do it with family and friends, and everybody gets together. And then after you're done eating, which for many people is about 5:30, 6 o'clock, there you are straddling the couch with a game on or something, and you've fallen asleep, and that tryptophan or whatever it is, that substance in the turkey that puts you out, there you are, collapsed. You've eaten so much, you need a nap. And that's about as freaky as Thanksgiving gets for most people. But I must tell you, I have had a different Thanksgiving experience during my life. Now, granted, let me tell you, I am second to none in my love for Thanksgiving Day as a day to get together with friends and family. I just think it's great. I love it. And I might tell you that for the past 28 years, I have made a turkey every single year. Dean and Gary have seen that. You taking a camera this year, boys? Dean and Gary have seen that. And they're coming again this year. They have seen me do it. Dean has seen me with a turkey baster. He thought only Rosie O'Donnell could wield a turkey baster, but absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am definitely capable of making a top-notch turkey. All right. But I have had different experiences, and here's why. Because many years of my radio career, I have lived in cities far away from my friends and family. Far away. Hundreds of miles away. And in the radio business, although now I'm beyond that. Now I don't do windows and I don't do holidays. But for many years, I had to work on Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, and all the other holidays. And so you just couldn't fly home and see your parents on Thanksgiving because you had to come in and do some stupid talk show on a day when nobody was listening. And I've spent many years like that, where I had to go into work, do a radio show, then come home and try to make dinner. And I found that there were many other people who worked at the radio station who were in the same position I was, that they had to work, that their families lived far away, friends lived far away. I mean, in the radio business, you find yourself, going where the work is. And many times, that's far away from where you live or where you grew up. So what I would do at radio stations is I had what I called Orphan Thanksgiving, where I would take all the people I knew and liked who were far away from their friends and family, who were like working at a radio station far from home, who probably would have sat home watching football, eating a turkey dinner, like a TV dinner or something, or would have gone to McDonald's or whatever. I would take all of these people, and I would tell them, I am making Thanksgiving dinner. And I would invite all of them to my house. And I had some of the best times anybody could ever have. Because everybody really appreciated it. You know, if you have a family and you've been going to Thanksgiving dinner every year, and maybe you're whining about having to drive or fly somewhere for Thanksgiving, you don't realize how lucky you are to have that until you don't have it. People take it for granted. So my orphan Thanksgivings have always produced just a great crowd that really appreciates being asked over, and so they're just into it. But I might also say, and I've told these stories on the air, so I don't want to belabor them or get into them in detail, but I might also say that things have happened on the holidays that, were... The most polite word we could use is unorthodox. There was the year that I went to a woman's house for Thanksgiving dinner with my girlfriend, and this woman was begging us, please don't make your own Thanksgiving dinner. Please come over to my place. She was from Iowa, and her mom sent her to the big city because she was Jewish. Mom sent her with money and a bunch of evening gowns to the big city to find a Jew. They didn't have any in Iowa. And so here was her first Thanksgiving in the big city. And my girlfriend and I went over to visit, and she was going to make a turkey. And the first look inside the oven, and there was that beautiful golden brown turkey. And then finally, when it looked like the turkey was ready, she pulled it out and asked if I would do the honors of carving the turkey, and I said I would. And it took the big carving knife and the big fork and started to carve. And cold water came running out of the turkey. She didn't know you were supposed to thaw it first. That Thanksgiving, we ended up at a Szechuan restaurant. But that wasn't the most bizarre or unorthodox Thanksgiving because, you know, as I worked my way through my years of orphan Thanksgiving with various friends who enjoyed smoking pot or other drug use. I must tell you that I've had many Thanksgivings where people came over to the house and did things that were bizarre. They would drop various tabs of acid and other drugs of various kinds, and then the day would become just a horror show. I mean, I'll never forget the one day when everybody smoked pot. And then they started opening the oven, and it started off with, like, pulling little pieces of the skin off the turkey, and then sticking forks inside to, like, eat some of the dressing out of the turkey. And by the time the turkey was completely done, I pulled it out, and it looked like a carcass. There was, like, nothing left in there. People had eaten all of the turkey out of the oven before it got taken out. There was nothing to carve. The turkey was a mess. And not only was it a mess, it wasn't like they were, like, carefully slicing pieces. They were hacking pieces of turkey flesh out of this turkey. You couldn't even carve the remains. All you got was, like, turkey crumbs and turkey strings. There was no actual slices of turkey anymore. They also worked their way through all the dessert, like, hours before dinner was even eaten, much less, finished. So, like, with the pies I had, there was, like, no pie left. There was no ice cream left. Everything had been consumed. And then there were people who were having, like, they took their share of bad drugs, and they were, like, lying on the floor going, ugh. And, like, the whole day just turned into, like, a freak show. I have had at least one Thanksgiving. In fact, this is absolutely true, where two of the people who met at the Thanksgiving dinner were having sex before the end of the day. Right then and there. You know one of them, Dean. Yeah, having sex before the day was over. Mm-hmm. Dean just guessed who it was. Yes. You bet. I mean, stuff has happened on my Thanksgivings. They're just, like, outrageous. So, I'm wondering, again, we all know that Norman Rockwell painting with Grandma and your parents and the kids sitting around the table, with the big turkey coming out, And it's so American, you know? It's just such a part of being American. We've all seen that. But then again, there are people who've had the bizarre, unorthodox Thanksgivings, the ones that turn into raves or outrageous situations that just have nothing to do with any of the traditions of Thanksgiving. And maybe in some cases, you were intending to have a traditional Thanksgiving, and it just turned into some kind of a freak show. Has that ever happened to you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Well, break it down for me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
I'm a fairly new listener. I've been listening for about 6 months now. I love the show from day one. I've been hooked. I'm like a drug addict.
The Tom Leykis Show.
For you about my Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the dinner table, sitting across from my sister, and my mom asks my sister to pick up the mashed potatoes. She leans over and exposes her tattoo on the middle of her back for the first time ever.
Oh, it's like F me here?
Yeah, pretty much the target, right?
The right above the ass crack there.
Needless to say, my mom was pissed off. She goes up to her room, doesn't talk to anybody for the rest of the day, and stays there crying.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
It was horrible.
Oh. That's the worst.
Yeah. So that's my story, Tom. Take me out Lacey Peterson style.
Lacey Peterson style. Here you go, Alan.
Everett. Hey. Everett. Everett, Mitchell, you can.
That's even more tasteless than the first time we ran it. I understand if you're offended. I'm offended, too. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Ryan in Portland, Oregon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, Tom. First time, long time.
Thank you.
Happened quite a while ago with my wife. We were sitting at the table, Thanksgiving table with my mom, my dad, brother, grandpa, everybody, and my father-in-law happened to be there. And he's a long-haul trucker. And he told me, he goes, yeah, you ought to go across the country on a ride with me. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And he goes, no, we'll swing through Vegas, and I'll take you to the Bunny Ranch and show you what a real woman is.
For Thanksgiving?
For Thanksgiving, and my wife was sitting right there.
Oh, my God.
And I told him, I said, what the hell are you talking about? And my wife goes, Dad, a real woman? You want to take him to get him a hooker? He goes, oh, honey, it's nothing against you. I just want him, he should see what a real woman is.
Oh, my God almighty. That's unbelievable.
And my brother about flipped out of his chair and just went nuts.
Wow. Outrageous.
So I just thought I'd call and share and say I'm a big fan, and you take me out Enumclaw style?
Enumclaw style. Here you go, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy.
One 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Have you had one of those freak show Thanksgivings? Crystal on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay, Crystal.
I thought that I was going to have your beautiful traditional Thanksgiving. I had a wonderful gourmet dinner planned, had my best girlfriend there to help me prepare everything. My dad came down from Seattle. My husband was there, and we had some of his friends coming. And my dad has this uncanny ability to consume Jägermeister.
Oh, boy.
And so he decided...
That's a talent, by the way.
It is. It is a very good talent.
Yes.
He decided to have a drinking contest with all of the men in the house with Jägermeister. So by the time dinner was getting close...
By the way, how do you know who won?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Who won.
All right, good.
So my girlfriend also got completely wasted, and they're all trying to force me to drink, but I had this gourmet dinner I was cooking, so I wouldn't. So I'm the only sober person in the house, and dinner's getting close to being ready, and we have my husband's friends coming that I don't really know very well. I'm kind of nervous about them. And I asked my husband to set the table. he grabs a gallon bottle of Captain Morgan and stumbles into the dining room and sets it on the table, and that's done. The table's set. And so my husband's friends finally show up, and right when they arrive, my best girlfriend's husband decides to pee in my closet. So he won the drinking contest. He proceeded to pee in the closet and pass out right on the floor, right as my husband's friends are walking in the door. And so, yeah, it was quite the fiasco. And my dad and husband are listening right now. I want to let them know that I really hope not to have a repeat of that year's Thanksgiving.
And what happened when you had dinner? What was that like?
Oh, it was ridiculous. These people that my husband's friends were completely sober, and everybody else was completely wasted. It was just a fiasco. My dad decided to make the rolls. He poured a bunch of sugar all over my dinner rolls and put them in the oven. So, of course, they burnt, and they were half raw and half burnt.
What was he hoping to get, like Cinnabons or something?
I think that's what he was shooting for. No, I just got regular old rolls.
Oh, boy.
It was quite the thing.
That is outrageous.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Anna in Parkland, Oregon. You're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
I had a big showing of pork today.
Yeah. Anyway, I just have to tell you about, we go to Thanksgiving at my best friend's house every day. I am a true orphan, unfortunately, but and we have people drop in and out all day long. You know, sometimes, they smoke a little weed, drink a little booze. Well, her brother's friend came in, never smoked pot before, ate a big dinner, smoked a little weed, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, projectile vomits all over the entire living room. Goes to the bathroom, covers the bathroom. Goes outside, cover the people smoking outside. It was absolutely disgusting.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
Oh, it was horrible. He didn't manage to get any in the kitchen, but needless to say, nobody wanted to eat again.
Wow.
You've never seen a room clear faster than that. It was horrendous.
Oh, Jesus.
Worst Thanksgiving ever.
Outrageous.
Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to share my story. Love your show. Long-time listener.
Thank you, Anna.
Can you blow me up?
Of course I can. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This might be a little off topic. Might be a little on topic. Hillary, hello.
Hi, and I wish I had an exciting story, but I just have a request, and I know you're the perfect person to ask.
Yes, dear.
I need a sweet red wine recommendation.
Sweet red wine?
Yeah, I've heard of Mavrodaphne, Tempranillo, Beaujolais, but I've never tried any of them, and I don't want it to be syrupy cough syrup sweet.
Well, none of them are that sweet. Tempranillo is not sweet at all, really, unless you're drinking a late harvest, like a dessert wine or something.
Okay, so which one do you recommend?
Well, I'm not a big fan of sweet wine, to be honest with you. Are you looking for dessert wine, or what are you looking for?
Well, see, everyone here likes the sweet wines. Like, we're serving Riesling with the turkey, but I'm doing a prime rib.
Yeah.
So if I have to do a sweet red, I know they're not going to go for anything that's bitter or dry.
Well, you could go for a late harvest Zinfandel, for example.
A Zinfandel? Okay.
Yeah, remember, Zinfandel is a red wine. It is not white.
Okay.
And
yeah, not the blush, right?
There are a lot of good late harvest Zinfandels out there, a lot of them.
Okay. All right.
So you might try that.
You're the master. Thank you for helping me.
No problem. I'm here to help. I'm your wine steward. I'm your radio sommelier. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Rich on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, son.
How you doing today?
Great.
Listen, I got a story from you. Thanksgiving from hell.
All right.
One Thanksgiving when I was a teenager, my uncle and my cousin from a different dad got into a fist fight.
A fist fight over what?
That's a good question. All the adults were pretty drunk, and all us teenagers are probably kind of half stoned. And my uncle and my cousins, who never liked each other, started trading verbal words. Next thing you know, one of them jumps up, says, "You little SOB, I'm going to kick your ass." And my cousin, who was dumb as a stick but strong as an ox, jumped up and said, "Come on, old man," and they started swinging.
Wow. Wow, wow. So, had dinner been served yet?
Yes, dinner was on the table. We were eating.
And did people stop eating, or did they just ignore it and keep going?
Oh, no. We kind of stopped, and my other uncle, who was my cousin's dad, jumped in between and broke them up, and that was the end of it. We all decided Thanksgiving was ruined. We're going home.
Oh, boy. Thank you for that, Rich.
Can you take me out Kingdom style?
Kingdom style. Here you go.
Fire.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866. Where do women spend most of their time?
In my wallet.
How about in front of the mirror?
Well, that might be the second place they spend most of their time.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. Thank you for tuning in. With a word from my boys in Dallas-Fort Worth, Boys Night Out, scheduled for a week from tomorrow, on Friday, December 2nd, at the Majestic Theater. Postponed. My voice has not been up to snuff. We tweak a little bit here in the studio. We play with the microphone. But my voice has been mostly trash the last couple of weeks, and we're planning on making a DVD of Boys Night Out in Dallas. So I need to be like in really perfect condition, and you're paying to see it, so I want to be in perfect condition for you. So we're postponing Boys Night Out. We're going to announce the new date soon. But, of course, if you've bought tickets, you'll get the full refund if you call Ticketmaster at 214-373-8000. That's 214-373-8000. Again, Boys Night Out postponed, pending my voice getting better, which is going to be a little holiday weekend. A little Pinot, a little turkey, a little gravy. Gravy is a great throat soother, from what I can tell. So that's my deal here, folks. Boys Night Out postponed. Get your refund at Ticketmaster, 214-373-8000. All right, have you had one of those freak shows of a Thanksgiving? This is Jason on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what up, Tom? How you doing,
I'm doing okay, Jason.
Yeah, just a freak thing happened. Dating this chick, and for a couple of years we got kids and everything, and the mom's coming from boxing, and she never met me or anything. She wanted to, get to introduce herself and everything like that. So she came down, flew down, and we picked her up at the airport and whatever. And make a long story short, she decided she thought I was really handsome. So as time went on, ate dinner, everything was cool. We needed more drinks, so I sent my girlfriend out to go get some drinks, and the mom came right on to me, and next thing you know, the kids were asleep because the turkey, I guess that's that stuff that's in the turkey puts them to sleep right away. And I'm banging the old lady on the living room couch.
Now, your wife was where?
She was at the store getting us drinks, more drinks.
Right. So you had to work fast.
Yeah, I had to work fast, but the mom, right when I picked her up, I knew I was going to bang her that night just the way she looked at me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How old was Mom, by the way?
Mom was about 50, but remodeled.
Okay, she had a little work done.
She was worse. She had the whole lift, tummy tuck, the breast thing. I mean, she could pass about, I would say, 39, 40.
Really?
Yeah, and she was really high.
She was good in the sack?
Oh, she was the best, man. Matter of fact, she calls me now and then, see if I want to do a number, do it again. But, we're thinking about, she's got to fly down here and all. It's too much trouble. But, no, it was good, man. I don't regret anything. Matter of fact, I went raw dog on her, and you know what that means, right? I
do.
Yeah, and, I thought she was pregnant for a little while.
No.
Yeah, because I blew the whole enchilada, man.
Oh, my God. What happens then?
I guess my daughter's...
Then your nephew is your wife's brother.
Yeah. I didn't even care, man. I tell you the truth, I just wanted to blow. I really didn't even care. I saw her mom. I said, let me try the mom out, and the daughter is pretty tight. And let's check out the mom, after so many years and everything. But you know what? She was tight, just as tight.
And the mom was better than your wife?
I'd say it was just a strange feeling. It was just another strange piece of ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was better. It was just strange.
So what, she calls you to work? She calls you on your cell phone? Where did she call you?
She calls me on my cell phone. She calls me at house. She calls the house and says, "Oh, hi, I'm just checking up on you guys to see how you're doing, and give me a call if you get this message." So I'll call her back and, check it out. And it's cool because if they check the phone bill, hey, it doesn't trip because it's the mom's house, So
Yeah.
me and the mom right there, we're talking and talking nasty to each other and everything like that. Matter of fact, she wants to get in a serious relationship with me, but I don't even know.
A serious relationship?
Yeah, I don't even know how I'm going to work that deal.
I mean, you're married to her daughter.
Yeah. And I got kids, too. So I'm banging grandma.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but it's good, man. I tell you, she walks around in booty shorts and the whole night, man.
Really? So has she come for any more holidays since then?
Oh, she's coming tomorrow.
She is?
Yeah, she's coming tomorrow. She told me she's going to wear some lingerie that she just bought at Victoria's Secrets and the whole nine.
Is she staying at your house?
Yeah, she's staying at the house, and she has these big old brown nipples, man. I'm talking about the areolas are the size of her, hubcaps, man.
Really?
Oh, my God, they're dark areolas. She's Brazilian.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. She has a booty to die for, man.
Is that so?
Oh, my God. She has these big old lips. They're so huge. I mean, I don't even have to worry about teeth, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So you're ready to score tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to bang the daughter the night before, so I'm on full tank in the morning.
The daughter, the mother of your children, you're going to bang her tonight.
I'm going to bang her tonight, and then I'm going to save myself, go to the gym, build up some testosterone, and then I'm going to go, and about 8-ish, after we eat and drink a couple, some drinks or whatever, a couple shots here and there, some buttered nipples. Those are good drinks, by the way. And
depends on who's buttering them.
Oh, the grandma's buttering them.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you that. And I'm going to bang the old ladies for the nightcap.
So when are you going to get that done? How are you going to get your wife out of the way?
Well, I'm gonna tell her to go get some more drink. I'll make up something, or maybe I'll tell the grandma, hey, I want to take her for a ride, or I'll figure it out. I don't know.
And your wife doesn't have a clue that you're banging her mom.
No, she wouldn't even think about it. She wouldn't even think I like older women because I'm always looking at these 18, 19-year-old chicks.
Yeah.
So she don't even have a clue. I'm like 007. I got 3 cell phones. I got,
She lives where?
She lives in Boston.
And you live where?
I live in Long Beach.
So she has to fly like coast to coast to see you.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's down here anyway. Last week she got down here because she has cousins and aunts and she's going to stop by and see.
Uh-huh.
So she's already been down here for 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's been calling out nonstop every day. So I get Thursday and Friday off. I'm a truck driver, so I get Thursday and Friday off. And then she's going to come tomorrow. I'm going to bang her. And hopefully I'll get to bang her a couple more times before she goes home on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah. Try to knock her up. I think I'm going to try and knock her up.
What would you do that for?
I don't know. Just to...
Want to make your life more complicated?
Nah, just...
You're going to knock up your mother-in-law. Come on. That's one thing to bang your mother-in-law, but why would you want to have that drama in your life?
She's so old. I think she had menopause already. She can't even get pregnant.
Don't be so sure. 50, especially 50 from South America, let me tell you, anything can happen. I'm not kidding.
I know. I heard stories about them like spider women.
You better be careful. Yeah, you think I'm kidding?
No.
I've had a little experience down there, let me tell you.
I hear you, but it's so hard to pull out on those type of broads.
You need a condom, pal.
Yeah, but that's grandma, man.
I don't care. Yeah. I don't care.
You know what? She feels like a volcano inside there, bro.
Well, you don't want that volcano erupting with your baby.
Man, that's funny. I don't know. I'm one of those guys that complicates my life more than I should.
Maybe you ought to dial that down a bit.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll just pull out.
Please. Come on. 1-800-5800-TOM. Sophia on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Do you care, Sophia?
I care. I wouldn't ask, right?
How many do?
Well, I have a bit of an interesting story of Thanksgiving.
All right.
About 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we went to dinner to my uncle's house, like we always did. and he happened to be the building manager. All of a sudden, the cops came in the middle of dinner and asked him to open up one of the units. Apparently, the couple who was living there was supposed to show up to dinner to another state. And when they didn't make it, the family got worried and called the cops in L.A. So when my uncle opened the door, they found that they had been dead for days. The husband had killed the wife and then had committed suicide. I never found out the details. I was really young back then. But I thought I'd call in and share my story.
What did that do to Thanksgiving dinner?
It was pretty much ruined. A little morbid.
Oh, my God. Yeah, did you eat anyway?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you ate anyway.
Yeah. But I felt bad.
You felt bad. You were wiping gravy off your mouth and then wiping a tear. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much for taking my call, Tom.
Sophia, I did it as a public service. Yeah. The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Fred on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Long time, first time.
Thank you, sir.
So, well, a few years ago, my wife and I bought our first house, and we decided to have a family Thanksgiving to celebrate. And one of the things we did was invite my estranged sister, who had not been part of the family for a few years because she's a bit mentally unstable. And we all thought it was kind of an idea that could have some problems, but we were willing to kind of just look ahead positively. Well, that was about the worst idea we could have come up with, because she showed up with her boyfriend and immediately was just giving us all the evil eye and acting really strange. And so we ate dinner. We had friends over, but it was really tense. And that night she got in the liquor cabinet, got really drunk, threw up all over our hardwood floors, and then proceeded to punch my mom in the face.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And she did this when...
Where do you go from there?
Well... That was about the worst of it, although most of us had already gone to sleep, but she was up with my folks, my parents, talking, and my dad went to bed, and then she got into an argument with my mom and just cracked her in the chin. And my mom didn't tell anybody till the next morning. We saw she had a bruise, and she tried to tell us she fell down, but I knew there was something up. And my sister had a bruise on her face from falling down when she was drunk. So I confronted her with it, and then she proceeded to threaten my life. And now my wife is completely freaked out. She starts hiding all the knives in the house because she's convinced my sister is going to, go for the knives. And while she does that, I pretty much say, okay, enough is enough. And it's raining out. They came all the way from Europe because she was living in England with her boyfriend at the time. And I pretty much threw them out in a pouring rain.
Wow.
The next day after Thanksgiving dinner. And
so, wait, but you ate dinner?
It was, well, we had ate dinner the night before, but it was afterwards that all hell broke.
I see.
And it was just misery. It was supposed to be a whole Thanksgiving weekend, and it was pretty much ruined after dinner, from that time forward. So it was just a real nightmare. And we look back as our first Thanksgiving in our house with not too fond memories.
Boy, I don't blame you for that. Let me get a quick question in here. Keith, hello.
Hey, Tom, I got a question for you. I'm 36, and I am dating this 22-year-old girl. I've been dating her for about a year. And, man, actually, I really owe a lot to you because I divorced 2 years ago, and that's when I started listening to your show. Couldn't believe how I was just exactly like what you described.
All right, real quick, what's the question?
Well, I want to know if I should have her over for dinner.
No. Thanks for the call.